5, 4, 3.
Tonight, ABC News scrubs Donald Trump's speech and Will Smith goes political. Plus, a man tries climbing Trump Tower. We've got these stories and more, so get ready, because it's all unfiltered. Hello, I'm Dennis Michael Lynch, and I thank you for joining me this evening. Has everyone in the media lost their integrity? That's the question we address in the DML report. When you see the inner bowels of the media like I do, you understand how the narrative flows. A little twist here, a little twist there, and suddenly a narrative no longer holds the truth. It vanishes into thin air. The result of this sort of voodoo reporting provides an injustice to the American people. It waters down the truth into something that no longer exists. And so that's why many average Americans live to regret their vote. Without the truth, you cannot make an informed decision. When it comes to the media's coverage of Hillary Clinton, the truth is barely told. And if it is told, it's done so in a manner that leaves the viewer thinking, that Benghazi, what a tragedy. Wonder why that happened. And so Hillary Clinton gets off smelling like a rose. But when it comes to Donald Trump, or whoever the Republican candidate is for that matter, say Mitt Romney, the media absolutely destroys the candidate. They play the crazy sound bites. They twist words. They put in shades of gray. And in some cases, they actually play music over the candidate's voice. For example, take a look at this video clip from a few days ago when Donald Trump was speaking to a crowd about Hillary Clinton and her role in making it so ISIS can grow like a cancer. This was from ABC News. Watch.
15 seconds. Back to you in 5.
So basically, the people who watch ABC News did not get to hear the truth. And I can tell you this about the media. When you take a look at Fox News, they get about 3 million viewers every single night. But when you take a look at ABC, NBC, and CBS, they collectively get 30 million. We're at such a disadvantage. And so I'm going to go off my script here a little bit before I introduce my guests. You know, I lived 9/11. I stood at the bottom of those towers and I watched my fellow Americans jump from 80 stories. And on that day, I changed the course of my life. I started getting into filmmaking. And when I did, I went to the border and I got into legal immigration and national security. And the things I found was so disturbing. I can't forget the things I've seen. I can't forget the people I've met. And that's why I know Donald Trump will hold to his word when it comes to what he will do with immigration. Because when you meet these people, you can't back off it. I want to show you something. I've showed this on the show before. It's a cross. It's from a mother who lost her fireman's son on 9/11. He was a hero. He went into the building when the people were running out. He went to go save people he did not know, because that's what heroes do. And so when I made this film called They Come to America Too, the mother of this boy, or the man, went into her bedroom and she came out and she handed this to me and she put it in my hand and she looked me straight in the eye and she said, "Dennis Michael Lynch, don't you ever stop what you are doing. Don't you ever stop telling the truth. Don't you ever put out there what people need to know no matter what the cost is. And for as long as you do that, you will have 3,000 angels watching over you for the rest of your life. And the only way that stops if you ever stop telling the truth." And then I asked her to please come on Sean Hannity's show with me. And she was there, and Sean gave us an hour to push the film and to tell people about what we found. And she said something that has stuck with me forever, and it will forever, I should say. She said, "Dennis Michael Lynch is the only person who I know who puts his money where his mouth is." That being said, regrettably, this will be, odds are, my last night doing Dennis Michael Lynch Unfiltered. I have come to a point where I could no longer sit at this desk and say to you, because it's all unfiltered. It's not the case anymore. I have been here for almost 8 months, and from day one, this show has been number one. There has been no close number two. And that is not a slam on my other colleagues here. It just says how popular this show is and how thirsty the American people are for the truth. And I have delivered it without any hesitation, without any fear of what could happen to me the next day. That being said, in fighting for Trump like I have, and I don't do this because I know him or I like him. I've never met him, and personally he upsets me from time to time like he does everybody else. And I've said it on this show. I've been criticized for it, but I stick with it. Fighting for Trump also means fighting against Hillary Clinton. Because I do believe that if Hillary Clinton is the president, I will witness another 9/11. Maybe this time it will be the Sears Tower in Chicago falling down, or it will be the Empire State Building, or it will be a school of children. I don't know what it will be, but I will continue to fight to make sure she does not get the presidency. But I have felt, as of late, and I don't want to get into details, but I will if I have to, that I have been restricted from being able to give that message. I have been restricted in being able to be put on this show, the people who I know want to come on this show, and to provide you and the American people with the information you need to know about Hillary Clinton. It has bothered me. It has been hard to come to work. And this morning, to top it all off, I was told that I will no longer have editorial discretion on my own on what happens at the show. I will no longer have full reign of the topics chosen. It will be chosen for me, like the other shows, and we're all going to be in unity. Furthermore, I've been told that I am going to be handed pre-made packages, and those packages will have pre-made news items in it from our Florida office. One of them played last night in my absence. My team tried to stop it because they knew that I would not want to have it on there. When I watched it last night, I was sick to my stomach because what it did was it tried to slam Fox News for the unfortunate things that are taking place over there right now, which are, well, you know the details, sexual harassment, so forth. There's no room on this show for that. Right now, we're in the biggest presidential election of our lives. You want this show to deliver you the news so this way you could make an educated vote. So this way you can share it on Facebook and say, hey, look at this guy, Dennis Michael Lynch, he's telling you how it is. And just to sort of say how popular my stuff is on Facebook, Newsmax has had a YouTube channel for 8.5 years. They've posted more than 23,000 videos that have collectively grabbed about 20 million views. This isn't something I'm revealing that I shouldn't. This is public information. I have been putting my clips from this show on Facebook, maybe one a night. Sometimes I don't put any at all. And in the 7 months I've been here, 8 months I've been here, they have collectively grabbed 60 million views on Facebook. Every video I put up goes viral, and because people just want to share the truth. I sort of lost my train of thought in doing this because I'm very upset. I wish I didn't have to do this, and I would always be open to conversation with Newsmax. But there is no way that I can ever look the angels in the face. There's no way I can hold this cross in my hand and come on this show and know that there's information that is not being given you. Oh, I remembered what I was going to say. That clip that they played last night from Fox News, I would have never played that, not just because it has no room, but because Fox News, although it is not perfect, I've never met anybody or anything that is. And when I look around, they're the only other guy in the room trying to fight for the same thing I am, and that is the future of my children. Fox News has been very good to me. They've been very good to conservatives, not always perfect, but they're very good. They're the only people who are on our team. And so I am not going to have my name put on clips to try to destroy another network, especially right now, when I've got ABC going over Donald Trump's speech. That's absolutely absurd. And tonight, assuming I'm not unplugged, they want me to play another package. They want to play me a package about Roger Ailes. I'm not playing that. You're going to have to hit the play button without my name attached to it. Every night I say goodnight to my children, and I'm proud that they know when they close their eyes their father is a man of integrity. So I asked the question at the beginning of this DML report, has everyone lost their integrity in the media? And the answer to that question is no. I can guarantee you that one man cannot be bought, one man cannot be controlled, and this man certainly cannot be filtered. And So to everybody here at Newsmax, especially my team who has worked for me, I'm a hard guy to work for. I mean, I drive a tough bargain because I want perfection, and they've done an amazing, amazing job. And I don't tell them enough, and I should. It's not easy to say goodbye to a show with your name on it, especially when you work as hard as I have to get to this point. But it is what it is, and I am proud of what I just did and what I just said. That being said, I want to introduce two of my favorite guests who have been with me since the beginning. I have Ben Weingarten, and I also have Harlan Hill. Senses, I don't know if we've been turned off or not, but that's okay, we'll continue. Harlan, your take on what I just said.
So in an industry where it is commonplace, not an industry, a world where it's commonplace to just shout over your opponents, to disrespect them, you've given your opponents a voice. Everybody from Muslims to Christians to socialists to capitalists to Democrats to Republicans, you've given them a voice. And it's not because you're fair. It's because you have a special relationship with your viewers, an honest one, an unfiltered relationship with your viewers. And that's why so many people trust you. And that's why every video you put up goes viral. This is special. And there's nobody else like you on this network. There's no other show like Unfiltered on this network. There's really no other show like Unfiltered on TV. This is special. So.
Ben, you don't have to respond. You didn't, you weren't told. So you don't have to respond if you don't want to.
No, I'll just say that I appreciate having the opportunity to come on this show and fight for conservative principles that I think we all share at this table. And it's been an honor and a privilege to speak with you and debate with you and have vigorous conversations with you. And I really appreciate that.
I appreciate that. I'm assuming
You are.
we've been turned off?
Yes.
We've been turned off. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Want this off? Keep it rolling. Okay. Right.
All right, so you're being kicked out.
Dave owed back taxes. After being hit with a wage garnishment and a bank levy, Dave struggled with his finances. He thought all was lost.
Sorry, it was a little rough before. I don't know why. It's okay.
Right.
Who made the phone call? Chris. You could turn that off.
Turn it on.